Apologetics seeks to give credible answers to curious questions.
How can Christians increase their impact in the culture?
Yeah, I think impact sometimes comes with, influence. Impact really increases as we figure out what God has given us in terms of our gifting. I call this X factoring. What is your X? What is the thing about you that is so synonymous with who you are that people will say, oh, if I mention X, they go, oh, that's Jim. If I mention X, oh, that's Bobby. And so each of us has been given something different. Clearly I came in as a cold case detective, so I know that that's the lane in which I'm going to stay to have increased impact. That is my unique gifting, the kind of mind that I use in my cases. That's what God's given me. I'm going to try to maximize that. I'll give you an example of this. Let's say you said you wanted to have impact as an evangelist. You're just a guy who wants to share the gospel. Well, there's a lot of guys who want to share the gospel. You could certainly have impact, but God's given you unique gifts. What if you're a guy who happens to be a championship surfer and you want to share the gospel? Well, there's less of you. That's a unique, now you're kind of more like a unicorn in that sense. And it turns out this X factoring, the more unique the X, the bigger the impact. So let's say you're a championship surfer, but now you're a girl champion. There's fewer of those. So now you have even more impact. Oh, you're a girl championship surfer who wants to share the gospel, whose arm was bitten off by a shark. Okay, well, there's one of those. Her name is Bethany Hamilton, and she has huge impact. Yeah. So she has a unique position that God has given her, and sometimes it can come through tragedy. Come through this thing that's happened to her that now God can use for His glory. And all of us have, you think, well, I'm not a cold case detective. I'm not a championship surfer who had that accident with a shark. Well, you're somebody that God has uniquely shaped. And once you figure out what it is God has uniquely shaped you to do, and you stay in that lane, you maximize your X, I think you have greater impact. The more unique and unicornish the X is, the more impact you have. And we're all designed for impact. It's just a matter of us figuring out, who are we really? What is it about me that's unique, that my life experiences, the tragedies in my life, the celebrations in my life that God can use for His glory?